I'm Shawna Lee. This is Infinity Readings, and this is the bonus reading for Aries for the month here. They got the most views, so they get a bonus reading. So we'll get right into it. First card that we have from the Gaia deck for you, Aries, is the Ace of Water. That is about a heart-centered feeling. We may have our heart opening up here in a certain direction. We may be in the beginning phases of learning how to love properly. This was guided, channeled right here. Learning how to love properly was the quote I got from above. Yeah, opening the heart channels here in order to gain more depth. This is always good, always good. So that's our past energy. So we are coming into the present. And what do we get for this card from Gaia? For the mother. The mother. Yeah, we may be a mother, or we may be dealing with motherly energies. I weirdly get a removal of the heart here. This is interesting, but nonetheless, here we go. Yeah, I feel like we're in the midst of opening our heart, or we're coming into that energy. When I say past, I mean like really recent past, like within 2 months here. So it's a tight circle of energy here that I'm reading. And this mother is not, I feel like it's either not our mother, or it's a mother that we consider heartless, or a mother that does not come from heart that we are dealing with. And this may be someone right here in the present. I feel like they're a very stubborn energy here, that they just not seeing our point of view. So we got to understand where we're coming from. Now, if we're coming from heart, this may be someone that just doesn't come from that side of the fence here. Now, I don't want to make this an evil person like the mother-in-law or something, but the sense I'm getting is they're very stoic and very set on a certain decision that you cannot change their mind of. Now, I get a feeling of history here. So I'll just leave it there. Somebody's, you can't change their mind, especially in the heart-centered direction. So if we're trying to manipulate someone, this mother figure will not be manipulated. Now, this could also be your energy as well, right? Even though the universal energy is wanting you to open your heart in some kind of a way, I feel like in some kind of a way, we are not changing how we feel about certain things from the heart center. So moving forward, this is interesting as we go into the future. And again, this is near future within 2 months down the road. We get the 10, 11, 12 of Earth. I can't pronounce that word. But this is someone of high knowledge, someone who is observant, even though her eyes are blurred out here. I'm getting a lot of contradictions. Their eyes are blurred out for a specific reason. What I'm getting here is like the dog is a symbol of someone who can be very loyal. And ants, they work for the colony. So there's a sense of working for somebody else here, or the greatest good here, or whatnot. This person, if that's you or whoever, they have a sense of great loyalty. I feel like this goes back to that mother energy. Again, it could be your energy or someone you're dealing with outside of you. I feel like either we have an opinion of someone outside of us, or someone outside of us has an opinion about someone else, that you may be trying to move someone off their strength of worth here. And it's not going to take. Because I feel like this I wish I found another word for this. Senescal, whatever. It sounds like a word that shouldn't be, but anyway. This person knows truths. And that doesn't mean that they necessarily speak from them, but they act from them. And I feel that energy going back to the mother here. I feel like there's reasons why they're loyal, and they're not going to waver from that. This is what I'm getting. So if you understand, you understand. If you don't, it's completely clueless. May not be your reading. Now, we'll get into the second row. The Pulp Tarot has a lot of frank energy, so we'll see where this goes. Now, again, our past here, the universe is working on us to open our energy field. I feel like we're having speed bumps in this way. On top of that energy, we have the Two of Swords. Yeah, maybe blind to what it takes to come from heart. So this may be our energy altogether. Two of Swords is an inability to make a decision. And when it's on top of the love, it's like we can't make a choice from love because we're blocked in some way. Aries, are you blocking out your heart? Therefore, you can't see straight. This could be happening in your field. And we may also be bucking someone here that is of greater knowledge in that kind of a way. But I feel there's no conversation for discussion. There's no room for discussion about this. It's like someone here has this point of view, someone here has that point of view, and we're just, neither one of us are giving in any way. We're not bending, but everybody's got their reasons. So it's like a truce, right? This is what I'm feeling. Okay. As we move into the present, again, this strong mother energy, I feel they're valid. Whatever they're loyal to, I feel like there's a reason they're loyal to. And usually that's the way, but I feel from a higher power, they're not wrong. I feel like they should be loyal to this. And there is a reason, and maybe the Aries ain't seeing it. On top of the mother, what do we get from the Pulp? Oh, Five of Wands. There's that struggle. So we do have like a motherly energy that we may be struggling, yeah, and arguing with, but neither one is given way here. Nobody's giving either way. We may be just arguing and having a lot of, tough goings here. Now it's pretty basic. So it could be literally a mother-in-law or someone in our field here. We were just struggling to fight to see. I feel like the Aries wants them to see their point of view, but that person is not going to see it because they don't see from that point of view. And we refuse to change our view. Again, truce. We're not going to get anywhere here with this person. We're not going to gain any headway. And the more we try, the more this person is going to, stand their ground. I feel like we've met a match here that maybe the Aries feels we can get underneath this, and the sense from the other end is you will not get underneath me because I'm not changing my mind. And I feel like the Aries wants them to change their mind. And we're going, no, till you give that up, I ain't, we're not going to make amends here. Nothing's going to change. Whew, okay. So in the future, where we have the 12 of Earth here with this woman. She's got keys to everything. She's of knowledge. And again, I feel like that goes back to the mother. I feel like they're loaded for bear with facts, figures, and anything that you would come to them. They have an answer for. Like you could ask them any question, they're going to have an answer for it. And not because they've worked to make stories. It's because we have the facts. And I feel a united front here with this one person. It's like, you're not going to get me to change my mind, so you might as well just stop. But the Aries ain't stopping. Okay. Now, on top of that, 12. What do we get from the Pulp Tarot? We get the Three of Wands. Yeah, and that's about moving forward or looking for things in the future to move forward. Now, this is your energy. I feel like we do have to give up on this area in order to gain peace, at least. So it may be as simple as an argument with a friend where you're just not going to see eye to eye here. You have to, what's the word? Learn to let go of whatever it is you're hanging on to here that's creating all of this havoc. We have no choice but to move forward is really the sense here. There's a lot of struggle in the present, but I feel it hinges on the direction we're looking to flip. I feel like we want to flip a pancake here and it just ain't ready. And I don't know that it'll ever be ready, to flip here in this way. Things aren't going to flip. There's someone that has a strong ideology of something being a certain way and they will not change, but the Aries going to try and flip them. But anyway, they will look towards something or make a decision in the future that takes them in a certain way. I feel like that's the Aries energy. We're going to choose to kind of look to our future and get away from the chaos eventually here. But right now, that's what we're in, is the argumentative modes, because neither one of us are giving in here. Now, as we go to our past, again, the Two of Swords on top of the heart, again, we may be just stopping the heart center and going from what we see as logic, but, not gaining any headway. Why? Because our heart's not in things. So on the Two of Swords, again, our past energy, we get the lotus flower talking about the ascent from darkness. Yeah. It's interesting. The last reading here that I had, the Aries, is very much in clear energy. This one, I feel like we're trying to get out of the darkness. I feel like the universe is putting you in a place where you feel things more clearly. Now, this could be what we are shutting down in ourselves. And again, this will create conflict if we go against the grain here. If we go against our heart, yeah, this would create conflict because the universe wants you to go there. It's supportive there. So if we go against it, we're not going to be supported. We're going to have a lot of chaos ensue. And as we move to the future, or to the present, sorry, with that struggle and chaos, and it may even be an older maternal figure here in your life, we have the Eye of Ra. From shield from evil forces in the feminine. This may be a lot harsher than I give credit for. We may have quite the battle spiritually with another human being here. Now, again, this is a general read, so it could be a masculine energy, but it is one of, how do I put it? Like a mother figure. So someone who we should look up to, but it's almost like we're trying to set the record straight. And it's like, no, we don't deserve this. We haven't lived long enough to tell me what to do. This is what I'm getting. You have not lived long enough to know, to tell me what to do. Da da da. I'm getting very bold figures here. Two strong characters at each other's throats is what I'm getting. So there's no wonder there's evil eyes here, right? So we may even be fighting verbally with this person and getting evil eyes stabbing us in the back and still not wanting to contribute here. And by that, I mean not contribute chaos, but to contribute from heart. Because I feel like, just bear with me here. If the Aries in the wrong, they're not going to admit they're wrong. They're just going after something here. And I feel like this mother energy, they know what that something is. And they feel the Aries has to change their ways. Aries not going to change their ways because they're being stubborn and they're blocking it out. In their heart, they know what they need to do. But again, we're not dealing with the heart. We've come from darkness. We know how to fight dirty. And I'm sorry, but you met your match here in this mother. So does she. She's lived long enough to be successful in this. So she got the keys. And that's what I get too when we move to the future. The Seneschal here with the loyalty and whatnot. She's loyal to the right side is the sense I'm giving. Even though she can get down in the dirt and play dirty with you, she ain't going to lose is what I get. But this may be a lesson having to do with the Aries and their own chaos cycle. Now, because of that, we have two people evil-eyeing each other here. Okay, as we move into the future, woo, the Seneschal is the knowledge. They have the knowledge. It's not the secretary like you think, oh, the note taker. But think of all the knowledge that a secretary gains. They know exactly what's going through the house, and they know exactly what papers to send up. This is what I get from this mother. She knows how to, you're a dime a dozen, and she's dealt with you, and she has a file folder on you. So this is all the stuff you don't know. You're learning it now, and you will learn it in the future, and it will be so that you will have to move on because you cannot win with this one. I think we understand that in our heart, but we're stubborn and we want to overcome this. You're not going to overcome it. You're going to start looking bad I'm just warning you. So on top of the 3 wands, again, look into our future. In the future, you do have to turn your back on this because you're not going to make any headway. Just warning you. Star David, about glory and perseverance. Now, I feel like this is what we're after. I feel like the glory and the perseverance. We want to persevere through this person's energy. And again, I feel like karmically, that's not the way it's going to go. But we will see where we sit amongst all of this energy. And we will continue forward defeated. We will persevere on the other side of this, but I feel like this is a speed bump. We're just not going to be able to... it's like a force field that opens up and swallows you, puts you in another place. I can't explain it. This is all weird stuff that's coming through. But I will say this, Aries, you got the fight of your life on deck here, and you may or may not understand that fully, but you will in your future or down the road. And the thing is here, you may be creating some negative karma here that you don't want to be responsible for. What does the fortune card say? We have the eagle. You will soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength. Now, I feel like this is the even though this is the bonus reading and it comes after the first reading, I feel like this is the energy you're trying to get out of. And if you have gotten out of it, I feel like the first reading, the Aries non-bonus reading, is the energy if you pick the right lane. If you choose not to fight. Because I feel like it's a losing battle, but we're going to go down swinging. This is what I got. And I mean, that's what Aries is made of. They can't just soar above things and let things go. They got to drag it right down to the bottom of the barrel and be the sludge at the bottom. So this is... I don't get the sludge at the bottom, frankly. I just get that you will be distracted universally, and they will pull you way down that road in order to get you away from this mother energy that's coming at you. So that's that. I'll leave it there. The eagle, they soar. They see the bigger picture. I feel like the Aries just way in the details here, dishing it out as low as they can go. But the universe is going to pull you up into the air so you can see with greater clarity and greater strength to move forward. We're kind of losing our perspective here. But the universe is going to pull you in the future in the right way is the sense. And hopefully you go with will. You go with what the universe bears you with. I don't know how to say it. Like the universe is going to infuse you with a whole bunch of energy where you're going to want to do things that you normally don't. And hopefully you jump in that barrel because that will really release you from a lot of stress and trauma and stuff that could arise if we continue down this fighting road. Whenever, if you have a character flaw or somebody else has a character flaw and you're trying to, get through that, it does nothing for you or that other person. Sometimes people think, well, if I point it out and I make them see, they're just going to fight harder. And if you're an energy match to that, you both are going to explode and you just not gain anything here. Again, more negative karma. We don't want that. We want to go forward free and clear. Some of you do. Some of you will get caught up in the details. So the eagle's here to help you soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength. So for some, they're trying to get to their destiny. For others, they're in their destiny and moving on and forward. So Aries, Happy New Year. That is your reading for spirituality for January of 2026. Take care, have fun, and be kind.